Hey, good people. This is Rocki with Rocki's Reality, the #1 podcast for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, and relationships. Tap in live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I chat with some of the dopest artists, celebrities, influencers, entrepreneurs, and more. Make sure to catch us live Thursdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. See you soon. All right, welcome back to the second segment of tonight's Rocki's Reality. Thank you, everyone. Technical issues, the devil is always busy, but we are rolling. So thank you for if you watched the first half, we welcomed aspiring R&B artist Corinne and his latest single, Get It. If you all have not gotten it yet, make sure you do go to all digital streaming platforms and download that. Make sure you follow him. That's Corinne, Corrinn. So 2 R's and 2 N's. Great R&B artist. But next up, we have some living legends comprised of Joe Little of the Rude Boys. I'm taking it way back, y'all. So follow me here. Joe Little of the Rude Boys. Dave Tolliver of Men at Large. And actually, I pause because he's not so large anymore, y'all. He's more like men medium now since he's lost weight. And then last but not least, we have Marc Gordon of Levert. And for those, if you know who you know, if you know, Levert, it's indescribable. Grammy Award winning group from the 80s and 90s. They were our R&B, like I said, legends, all 3 of them. So I want to welcome them to the stage. They are now known as, and it looks like Joe has joined us first. Okay. So I'm going to welcome him to the show soon. I think we're still waiting on Marc and Dave to join, but they are now comprised. They have joined together to create the trio, the Levert Experience. So I'm going to welcome Joe to the show. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So just want to give you your flowers right quick, because of course you are, you're an R&B legend, of course. I'm sure you've heard that many times. And just want to thank you for being one of the pillars of R&B that I so appreciate. I want to show you my shirt right quick here. Joe, it says, if the love doesn't feel like 90s R&B, I don't want it.
I know that's right.
It's her. It's kind of small, but I read it for you. But I see it. This is one of my oldies but goodies, like a lot of R&B t-shirt that I like to wear, and wanted to wear this in salute to you all. So welcome to the show. And since you're with us, Joe, as part of the Levert Experience, you were with the Rude Boys. If y'all don't know, Written All Over Your Face was their trademark single that to this day still bumps. It's still a bop. Yeah. Also, for me, though, my favorite was Are You Lonely for Me? I like that more than Written. The little tidbit. I like that more than I love Written All Over Your Face. Of course, it's an R&B.
I wrote that song.
But Are You Lonely for Me? When I heard that, because I was one of the ones I listened to the whole album. So when I was like, what? Because they were on the same album, right? Or was that the next?
Are You Lonely and Written was on the same album.
Yeah,
actually, they both went #1. Written All Over Your Face went #1, and then Are You Lonely went #1.
And see, okay, and I love it. I loved both of them, and I love them, but it's something about that because I'm a ballad girl. Like I love the up-tempo-ness of Written All Over Your Face, but that Are You Lonely for Me, baby? That was my favorite right there. From y'all. So I truly appreciate it. And just how you've gone on to do so much in your career. I'm not going to read your whole bio because we only got a little bit of time here, but just know Joe has been out here working and putting in, making his stamp known. And I love how you all have come together as the Levert Experience.
Thank you.
It's a solid tribute. And I was just thinking like, dang, Gerald been gone. Like, it's been some years now.
Since 2006.
Yeah, so it's going on some years here. So when I'm gonna pop in, Dan, I see Dan. How you doing, Dan? Welcome,
Dave.
Who is that?
Dave.
Who is Dan?
Who the hell
Okay,
is
Dave.
Dave?
What's up
Let me
with
get
it?
it
Hell is
together. Get it
Dan.
together. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. Dave,
Are you
how
good?
are you? Men at large. Where
I'm
you
good. How
are,
about
you in
yourself?
that medium now though, because you done lost that weight.
Say it one more time.
That's it. You men that medium now because you done lost that weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still large though. It's all good.
Yeah, you large as far as your persona and your career and what you've done for the industry. But I see you done, I see taking it down a little bit. I'm glad
Looking
you had
good.
it.
Hey, he looking good, ain't he?
That's what I'm saying. I when Montez contacted me. And by the way, shout out to Montez Miller.
Montez Miller.
Tezzy too.
What's up,
Yeah, I
Tezzy?
said, he looking good though, Montez. I said he ain't really been that large no more. Looking good. So that's good.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you still with us because as Joe and I were just saying, I remember when Gerald Levert passed, and it's still just a void to me in R&B.
Same.
But so I love how you all are carrying on his legacy with Levert Experience, and hopefully Mark Gordon will be joining us soon.
Yeah. Because
Right.
the anniversary of Gerald's death is actually Sunday,
The
The
10th.
November
Oh
10th.
man, we gotta take a shot Saturday night,
You
bro.
already know.
I'm gonna take
November
one with
10th.
y'all. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take one with y'all. Yep.
What? You gonna be at the show?
I
We can-
mean, I'll take a shot with y'all. I'm here in Detroit, but where's the show going to be in Ohio? Right? Are y'all having the show in Ohio coming up?
Yeah, we're gonna be in Canton. We're gonna be in Canton.
On the
When is that
16th.
day? Next
The 16th.
16th.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But
what
we'll
about
be
this
in.
week coming up? What y'all got going on this Saturday, the 9th? I think is something going on too. Y'all got several shows. Y'all working. Y'all working.
Oh yeah.
Amen. We in Shelby, North Carolina for I think it's called the Peachy King Soul Southern Soul Fest or something like that.
Yeah, something
Tomorrow
like
night
that.
is hip hop. Saturday is us, Cut Close, and Big Bub, and a bunch of other acts from there. And
Cut
then Sunday
close.
they got a huge Southern Soul lineup on Sunday.
I love it.
Yeah.
Cut close. You
Mhm.
like keep sweat. Cut close. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that Cut
y'all
Close.
taking it back. Okay, y'all bringing all my favorite people. Y'all bringing all the favorite people, and that's why I was showing Dave. I was showing Joe my shirt. It says, "If the love doesn't feel like '90s R&B, I don't want it." And so that's
I
a
need
salute
that.
to y'all.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need
I
that.
got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I got you. And see, like you done lost that weight. I got you.
I
I'm gonna
need
make
it.
sure. I'm gonna make sure I get one to you
Yeah,
as
like
well.
black or red or something like that. Yeah, like that.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make sure black or red. Those are your favorite colors. Okay.
Well, I mean, I just like wearing black tees, red Johns, it's all good.
Okay. So let's get into it. Hopefully, Mark will be joining us soon.
What's wrong?
Let's
Oh,
get into the Levert experience and how that came together. I was reading you all got together on the Tom Joyner cruise.
yeah.
So how did that? So what made y'all be like, okay, we're gonna make this. We're gonna make this a group.
Well, it was. I mean, I tell everybody it was ordained. We the lifers. We the last men standing at the camp. So it's only right. But there was a going to be a Gerald Levert tribute. Actually, probably like 2 years ago. That never transpired. It was going to be Men at Large, Rude Boys, and I think they were trying to get Eddie to come and some other people, and it didn't work out. And so last year, this past year, our management team, Al Nolan, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get y'all three on there, and we gonna do it like call it the Levert Experience." It was supposed to just be like a tribute to Gerald and Sean, but he called it the Levert Experience. It stuck, and really that was like a testing ground to see what was gonna happen, and it's just been crazy. It was. I mean, you can't say it was nothing but God. It's his time, and I mean, it's perfect. It's ordained. We're supposed to be here.
Yep.
And I'm glad y'all made that happen because as a lot of us, though the true music connoisseurs know, 80s and 90s is one of the golden eras of R&B.
Amen.
So, and I know folks, I can tell the way folks are swaying. We're gonna watch a little bit of these clips. Folks are feeling it. Folks are feeling it. So, and unfortunately I missed the show when you all were here in Detroit, but definitely when you come back,
We'll be back.
I will be there because I still have the tapes, by the way. Just that's how far I go back with y'all music. Before CDs, I had the tapes. So I
That's
truly
what's
want to
up.
give you all your flowers as being R&B icons and pioneers. And I appreciate how you all are still in the game. So
The
can you talk
blessing. Thank
about, yeah, absolutely. So how did you all how talk a little bit about and as I was telling Joe, I won't go through your whole bios. You all have a plethora of things that you've done, but how did you all get to this point? Because I was watching one clip, Dave, and you said I'm the happiest I've been in the past 10 to 15 years.
let me tell you something. I love when I come on an interview and the person has done their, you know what I
Homework.
mean?
I mean,
I
I
can,
just I called you Dan, so I need to make up for that. But the Montez will let you know.
oh my,
I'm yeah, that's me all day.
You got
I
Montez.
mean,
That's it. You got Montez.
I love it. I have. This is the happiest I've been in a long time, man. You know, people that know me and follow me know I've been through a lot of ups and downs, health things, nothing terminally health or sickly health, but just physical things, a lot of losses. The off and on again with my group members, losing one of my group members. Um, it's just been a lot. And then at the same time, becoming the patriarch in the family, having to take care of everybody else, and hold your mental together. When I'm out with these guys, just thinking about going out with these guys, it brings me sunshine. It brings me pleasure. They my brother. They my big brothers. I'm the baby Huey.
Ha!
If you know, you know, baby Huey. I love it. I love it. And in a way, y'all are like y'all. Not in a way, y'all are Levert offspring
Right.
because both of your groups came from Levert, which you should have because again, Levert was just such a staple. I put them up there again with the Temptations, the OJs, which y'all toured with, of course.
Mhm.
So I knew when I learned back in the day, this is back in the day when I read Right On and Word Up. Okay. That's how long I've been following
Wow.
music. I knew when I heard that you all were proteges or offspring of them. I was like, oh, they dope.
Yeah.
And so for you, Joe, what has it been like for you to still be in the game, still being out here, still being active?
Just being thankful, for the mercy and grace that has been bestowed to me to continue to be doing what I always knew I was meant for since a little boy, just being able to sing, write songs, entertain, and touch people's lives. So, I mean, I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream. The dream is real. And I'm just thankful and grateful that I'm just attuned to what my purposes and my assignments in life, are. And so just, I feel that, I followed that inside voice. I followed my intuitions and instincts. And here I am, staying in the house as a child and an early teen, just like at the record player, just listening to various artists, all different types of music. And then it helped me, cultivate my talent along with my mom and, my
Right.
choir teachers, Professor Thomas, Robert Thomas, and Danny Kaysen. So many people instrumental. Tilly Coulter, Miss Winfrey, those, Mr. Elleridge. Those were all my music teachers, and so I hold them to high regard, because of my gift. And so I'm happy. I'm happy to be healthy, and just being able to do my thing and express myself as best as I
Yeah.
can. My talent.
And the little fact I was, because again, Dave, I do my research and of course I read the material that's emailed to me. A lot of people don't do that these days. I didn't know that you were you had Jay-Z on the remix of My Kind of Girl.
Absolutely.
Talk about that. That's the little unknown known fact when he was
Right.
that was probably his
Before he was
Hawaiian
even known.
Sophie days. Hawaiian he's way
Yeah.
back, way
It was
back.
actually before that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were on Atlantic Records and we had a single, My Kind of Girl. And at the time, DJ Clark Kent, rest in peace.
Right.
Rest in
Uh,
peace, Clark.
Oh my
he's
gosh.
just passed last week. He was just like he came to Sylvia Rone and was like, they was really letting him remix a lot of the artists back then, Glenn Jones, uh,
Mm.
a host of others. And he said, "Man, I got this kid. I want to put on this record." you know, and Sylvia was like, go ahead, put him on there. And so, you know, we didn't never know until we heard it. And we heard it, I was just like, damn. I'm like, this dude cold, but he was rapping real fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he was fire. He was fly. And so it kind of like pushed my kind of girl in the in the New York area, the underground area, and it kind of pushed the record a little bit more because we end up getting a top 5 record with that, top 10 or top 5 record with My Kind of Girl. And so we went down in the Village to do a show, and Jay-Z actually came to the show and he performed on stage with us. He did his parts, you know, with the song. And then afterwards, you know, I tried to talk to him, but he ain't want to talk to me. He was like real standoffish. I was like, "What's up, man? Where you from?" He was like, "I'm from Brooklyn, man." I was like, "Cool." And I was like, "You know, you nice, man. You nice on the mic." He was just like, "Thank you." And I was like, "All right, man." I said, "What you about to do?" He said, "Man, I'm about to go back to the hood, back to where I'm, you know, back to Brooklyn, you know."
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a great, uh, amazing moment. But at that moment, it wasn't. But one day I look up on BET.
Yeah.
I see a dude getting off an airplane. The Unreasonable Doubt album was out, and I'm like, looking at him. I'm like, man, is that dude? And it was him. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been trying to catch up with him ever since.
I was just about that. That was my next question. I said, "Are you still in touch with her?" But I guess
I don't know how to get it. I wish I could get in touch with Jay-Z to just tell him thank you, you know, just tell him, you know, remind him, you know, because I heard in one of Clark Kent's interviews, he was talking, and you know, because I wouldn't after he passed, I want to clip every time Clark Kent said, "Yeah, you know, Jay-Z on the Rude Boys," and then they played. These guys played. It was like, "Yeah, man, Jay-Z." We was talking to him, and we asked him. He was like, "Man, he ain't remember that." So
of
he
course
he don't even probably remember the record. Like he did so much and so many remixes back then. But you know, I
we're gonna
want, you know,
remind him. No,
I hope
anyone
one
y'all
day.
put it out there. We reminded him.
Yeah, I hope one day I can meet him again. Honestly, you know,
We will.
I respect what he's done in the game for music. I respect him as a black man and an entrepreneur, and you know, pushing the culture, and you know, just doing his thing. So you know, that's the story of the Rude Boys and Jay-Z remix "My Kind of Girl."
Over.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh
So
oh,
it is.
look who we got.
I love it. And I said, right. I love it. I love it.
Look
Greatness,
who we got.
greatness in the
I see a,
room.
I see
The,
a
the,
Record.
bad.
the
I see
ultimate
a
pioneer. I got to show him my shirt. Welcome, Mark.
yeah. I
Thank
see
you
a
for
real
joining us.
legend,
And
true legend.
so, right. This is the that legend of legends here. One of the founding members of Levert. And for the youngins, if you don't know, you need to know. Go Google it.
Absolutely.
All the youngins out here now came from you all as a staple. So welcome to the show, Mark.
All
Honored
right, all
to
right,
have you.
all right.
And I got to show you my shirt like I showed Dave and Joe. If the love doesn't feel like 90s R&B, I don't want it. I had to wear my shirt in honor of you all. And I told Dave I'm going to get him one. I'm going to get you and Joe one as well.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
all definitely, and not just 90s, y'all was in the 80s. Y'all, Levert was putting that thing down. It's been, y'all formed in 84. I was thinking like this 2024. It's been 40 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And you looking good, Mark.
Yesterday was 35 years for rope dope style.
Wow.
Oh
Oh,
man.
you
Baby, I
believe?
had that album. Don't even
Wow.
play. I had the LP, okay?
I think
The
it was
LP.
30. It was 30 something years. Yeah, it was 30. I don't forget
Boom, share,
30 something.
boom. Wicked stick right.
When we do
Word old style. That was a cold record there. That track.
it's
Man.
fire.
Come on
Blood
with it.
fire, man. Blood fire.
Blood
So
fire.
many jams. Now, see, I'm glad y'all feeling y'all warming up because I was asking my test. I was like, they're gonna feel like doing a little acapella for me. And she was like,
No.
they will, they made. I said, okay, no pressure, but I hope they do. Because y'all real singers. We don't need
Yeah,
no auto tune.
we are real singers.
Yeah.
Real singers.
Y'all was
Yeah, I love it. And so
yeah,
much respect to you,
yeah,
Mark,
no.
as the founding member, and
Thank you,
condolences
thank you.
um we were just talking how the anniversary of Gerald's passing is coming up Sunday. It's been almost 20 years. Oh my
We got to
goodness.
take a shot
Crazy.
Saturday night.
Yeah. So in honor, I'm gonna do, even though we're not gonna be in the same city, I'm gonna take a shot with y'all.
All right.
In honor. And just I'm someone a huge fan of Levert, like, and rest in peace to Sean as well, who passed away
Right.
a couple years after Gerald. And just but for you, Mark, I appreciate how you've continued on with the legacy with other artists such as Marcus Houston and Music Soul Child, and just I'm sure a plethora of others that you've written and produced for. So salute to you for all you've
Appreciate
done
it.
in
Can't
industry.
forget Black Rose. Black Rose.
Appreciate
Oh,
it.
no.
Appreciate it.
Yes, yes. So I was just asking also the Levert Experience. What has that been like for you all? Y'all got dates here and there. I'm like, I asked my test, I was like, what's the tour schedule? Y'all here and there and everywhere. Y'all gonna be in North Carolina on Saturday, and then next week y'all gonna be in Ohio, which by the way, a shout out to the Cavaliers. Y'all doing some things now.
Now
Oh
you know.
yeah.
All right.
Cav,
Yeah, all right.
Cav
Detroit is
is
y'all.
doing
That's
it.
all right. We
Was
gonna see
the
y'all soon. The
the
Pistons see y'all
Guardians
soon.
was about a few games from the World Series. You know, we trying to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all doing some things in Ohio. Y'all doing some things. But what has this been like for you, Mark? And you all came together on the Tom Joyner cruise, and just what has that been like, the energy? And I wanted to show a little clip in a little bit. What has that been like for you all, Mark?
Man, it's good to be up there with the guys that I helped bring into the game, and so it's a good feeling, just knowing that we come from the same place, and we come from the same background, same womb, as Joe would say. What I'm saying? So it's a good thing, man. I'm feeling good about it, and it's a beautiful thing.
And I can tell the audience they are enjoying it. We're going to go into the clip of when you all were in Detroit a little bit. But what when people come to the Levert Experience, what are some of the staples or hits that they can expect to hear?
Oh man, like all of
Baby, I'm
most of the
ready.
Levert hits. Yeah, baby, I'm ready.
Because you know they're ready.
Yep, ABC 1, 2, 3 is it's a. Of course, you got
Casanova.
of course that's Casanova, but then you got the Rude Boys written all over your face, and Dave is
So alone.
and so alone, and
we got your
so
favorite
it's
song, Are You Lonely?
yeah.
Listen. I had
She
to.
said she like that
That's
better
my
than
favorite.
written. I was like, for real?
I mean, for me, I'm just strange like that. Like, I'm the person who like the B-sides sometimes better than the radio.
Yeah. I know people like that.
You know what
They
I'm
like
saying? Like, I'm the one I'm
the
listening to
slow
the whole.
cuts.
Right.
Yeah,
That Are
they
You
like the
Lonely?
super
That
slow
Are You
cut.
Lonely record? Are You Lonely is one of the greatest R&B songs I've ever heard. To me,
Really?
that record is one of the greatest R&B songs I've ever heard. I love
I put a
that.
pin to that.
Listen, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
these
that's one of the
new
greatest R&B
cats.
songs.
Thank you.
These new cats need to take note from y'all, for real. These new cats,
Right.
they need to take note. And I'm so alone. I just love the vulnerability in that. Because men ain't
Oh
talking like
yeah.
that no more. They ain't singing like that no more. Where they just vulnerable to be like, I'm so alone. I miss you. But I think was that a family member of yours? That wasn't a love. That was a family member, if I remember
My
correctly.
mother. It was my mother.
Yeah.
It was, and Jason's father at the time that was it. That song comes from so many different sources. That's especially how it started off. That song actually got started off being wrote at the 1991 Billboard Awards. Afterwards, it was a situation. Me and Juro was together, and like we was tripping. It was I'm not going to disclose what it was, but it was a situation where we really thought someone we cared about was dead or gone or something that happened. And Juro was just like, me and him was crying. We jumped on the red eye leaving LA coming back to Cleveland, and we sat together, and he just started singing. and we started putting a few lyrics together. And then when I tell you the next day we was in the studio, he called Dave and Jason, and he was just like, man, this song is hitting home about the situation that I'm thinking about we going through right now. And then with Dave and Jason both losing their parents, man, this is crazy, you know. And so they had really lost their parents back to back.
Mm.
Yeah, they had lost their parents back to back. So, you know, So Alone was and when you hear the song and you hear Dave and you hear Jason, the emotion is pouring from it because we were crying in the studio when we cut that.
Man,
You know,
everybody was crying.
yeah, even Tony Nicholas, who came and put the music on it, it was just like, it was an emotional moment, man, you know. And I mean, even me talking about it right now, I'm getting emotional because back then I didn't know how it felt to lose a parent, you know, but now, you know, I'm in that space. My mom passed a year ago, so you know, and then even losing Gerald and Sean, like, and the man that wrote that, like, when the words, you know, I never knew there'd be sorrow, but because I knew we'd be together tomorrow, together forever. We were so wrong.
Don't
Now,
start this, man. Don't start that. Don't
yeah,
start that.
it's real.
Don't start that, man.
Hey,
Hey, but
like,
that
don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm about to.
hey,
I'm
that's what you can expect at the show.
right.
Is all the
Listen, all the
Levert
feels. All the
experiences.
feels.
That's sheer
Yeah,
emotion, man. You know, I mean, we singers that sing from the heart. Our music
Absolutely.
is real. Our music
Yep.
is our story. When you
Yep.
listen to Levert and when you listen to the Rude Boys and you listen to Men at Large, you hear the soundtracks of our life and the
Yeah.
soundtracks of other people's life that we know from experience.
And y'all
You
were
know,
on some movie soundtracks too. Coming to America, y'all House Party, y'all was on
yeah.
some real movie soundtracks. And y'all are the soundtrack to our life. Like I said, I had to take.
say that.
Like I
Yes.
actually,
Now was the
yeah, I
Now,
have that the one where you had to put on the hi-fi stereo. Yeah, I come from that era.
yeah.
Like yeah.
you come
Before
from our era.
before you could just hit a button to
Yeah,
stream
you
the
right with
music.
us. You right with us. We all together. We in the same gang.
My daughter couldn't believe it when I told her we used to go to the store to actually buy music. Like,
Right, right.
so for you, Mark, though, what has it been like to have created this legacy, to have the Rude Boys and Men at Large as the legacy of Levert? I mean, just coming
We
from the
blessed.
OJs, all of that. It's just like the lineage is so strong.
We
Yeah,
blessed.
that's what makes it so that's what makes it so special is just because I do have these guys that can take this ride with me. You know what I mean? We can do it together, and it's just a real situation, and so I'm happy about that. That's it was just a matter of time and seeing how things would work, but it's all panning out how it should be.
He
And I'm
blessed.
glad y'all have worked it out because for me, I don't like when the whole group is not together. To be
Yeah.
honest, like that's when the groups break up, when the R&B groups break up, it just ain't the same sound, it ain't the same energy for me. But so I'm glad y'all can bring like that blend together
Yeah.
though of
And
all.
technically we kind of like the last of the Mohicans. We
Yeah,
what I mean? It's unfortunate, but that's just what life has given us, and we're taking advantage of what we have and put it together and decide to, hey, let's do what we can do. You
it's
know what I
true game.
mean? We not getting no younger, so you know, let's
You
ride it.
Listen, enjoy it. And I'm glad I'm glad y'all giving it to us before. And I want to give you all three your flowers and thank you for
Thank
maintaining
you.
the integrity of the genre. Like Montez, no, I'm a huge like some of these new folks I can't get with. I'm like, I don't even know what y'all talking about. And speaking of new folks, I want to ask you all, as R&B pioneers, who are some of the newer artists that you're digging?
me, I like Eric Bellinger,
Me too.
Vito the singer. Those are two guys that are really great writers, really great R&B. You got Lucky Day.
Oh
Mm,
God, yeah.
yes.
I mean, it's listen. A lot of people say R&B
Kevin Ross.
is out there that are really holding
Yes.
true. Now their R&B is a little different, but it's not is good. It's R&B now. And one of the things that I don't like when people say, "Man, it ain't like it used to be." Music is never supposed to stay the same. It's supposed to transcend to other
Yeah, it's
places.
always
Whether-
evolving. Yeah,
Right.
True.
Whether it goes and transcends to where you feel it should go, transcend doesn't always mean that it's going to be greater and better. It's just transcending to another place. And so I
right.
found a place with listening to R&B where I'm finding comfort in some places. I'm finding comfort in some. Is plenty of good young
Yeah.
R&B
Yeah.
singers, men and women out there.
Yeah.
So
I like Kalani.
yeah, that's
I
Mm.
love
Yeah,
Kalani.
definitely.
you
Um,
know, and I really think
I
it's more
like
the
I like
sensibility.
Ariana Grande. She not R&B, but her stuff is
Yeah,
on that vibe, man. And a group called Flow. My daughter hit me too. The
Yes.
girl.
Yes.
Um, and Karita, Montez's daughter. And I
Yeah.
know we supposed to do this. We supposed to did this podcast called Streaming on All Platforms. I gave her the name, the lady with the golden ear, because during the pandemic we would do one every Monday, and she would come with some art. And it's some, you think that the culture is non-existent. It's just
It's
not.
there. They're not
It's
mainstream like they
it's
should
not in
be.
the mass. But if
Yeah.
right.
you
Yeah,
you
Her artist Ari B is
dope,
dope.
You
the
got
She
R&B
Juan
is
is.
bad.
Moore. I like
Woo!
Juan.
And you said what, Joe?
I like Juan Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I swear, if
Wanye
Wanye could
singing.
have cloned himself,
Man,
it's like Wanye,
man,
he
all
cloned
them
himself.
boys look just like him in one way or another, and they can all sing. Like,
Yes.
how great. It shows you the gift that God gives, man, keeps giving. And when you
Yes.
spread it to your seeds, it's amazing. Them boys is cold. So
Yep.
I really respect the game of the work that man put in with his
Yeah.
children.
Yeah. Because they sound like him at different phases.
They
Like if
really
you
do.
follow Boys to Men, each one of them has an octave that sounds like Wanye.
Mhm.
It's
Yep.
like perfect. If he cloned himself, he it's like he cloned himself. So for you,
He put
Mark,
the
who are
mic in the crib. He put the
right?
microphone in the crib. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
you can tell. You can definitely tell. So how about you, Mark? What are some of your new artists that you like?
uh, some of the ones they talking about, I don't know all the names, but I just think that R&B is always evolving. So, and we Levert was one of the groups, like in the 80s when we first came out, that they thought they dogged just cooling got a bad rap from some of the technical people that was criticizing, and the critics, and so
Okay.
we end up coming back getting the like the double NC NC CP,
NAACP.
NAACP,
and
NA.
yeah,
Yep,
we
all
got
of that.
that, and and the number one record. So I'm just
Exactly.
like,
Grammys, yeah,
critics
all of that.
get old, and they don't know what they talking about. It don't mean you know what you're talking about. Things be evolving, and we was a part of that evolution that put rap and R&B together. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And because we were like the first ones, the first group that to do R&B with just cooling, R&B and
Mhm.
hip hop with Heavy D.
Yep.
So
And
Idea
then
was
y'all were in that New Jack Swing era as well.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
whose
yeah.
idea?
So
I never knew that. Whose idea was that to put Have on there?
it was like Gerald's idea, but the way the track was going, it was like, man, he said, man, we need to put a rapper on this. He's like, who you want to get? I was like, I don't know. But I agreed, like, yo, and he said Heavy. Like, okay. He called Heavy or found a way to get a hold of Heavy, and next thing you know, he agreed. We sent him the track, and he agreed, and he came down to Philly, and he did his thing. And that
Philly.
was history in the making right there.
I love
So,
it.
it's just that people always think they know what's to come or what's the future, and once you put your talents out there and your creativity, you don't know what it's going to be. You're just doing what you feel, you know what I mean? And if it feels good, then that's all that matters. It feels
Exactly.
good. I ain't got to be the
Somebody gonna
best
like
at it. You know, you ain't got to be the, it's just what feels good. So that's always been the important thing to me because we came from absolutely nothing. I mean, Gerald had the talent of singing. I had some talent with the, doing what I do. And we all grew in it. It wasn't like Eddie gave us some equipment at some point. We didn't even know how to work it. So it was just like, it was a learning process. And as soon as we had something, then he was like, yo, y'all got something. I want to, take this further. And, so all the execs from the labels, they turned us down. They all turned us down. So this is all just,
their loss.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what
fact.
I'm saying? So it's just a matter of sticking to it. So the
Right. Being
moral of the
authentic.
story is, you know, go back to the drawing board. If you get turned down, go back to the drawing board and do it again. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Uh,
Right.
No
Persevere and
doubt.
stay authentic to yourself. I love it.
Exactly.
I want to thank you fellas for joining me tonight. Your R&B royalty again. Kudos to y'all. I wanted to wrap up where telling people where they can follow Levert Experience and where they can follow each of you individually, and then we're gonna end with a little clip from your Chicago appearance at the City Winery.
Yeah.
Got a little something, something, something. But and so definitely this is not goodbye. This is see you later. I hope when you all come back to Detroit that I can see you when you come. I
Yeah.
would love to meet you in person.
Oh, you
Because
was in
again,
Detroit? You didn't
yeah,
come?
I couldn't make it.
You
I
will
couldn't make
Oh,
next
it.
okay.
time.
I was Montez didn't invite me, but unfortunately I was adulting that night. So I had to take care of some
Oh,
family
okay.
stuff. I couldn't make it. But I hope you all
Tezzy.
you said what?
I said,
yeah,
Tez, I call her Tezzy Poo. What up,
Yes,
Tez? I know she's
yes,
watching.
oh,
yes.
she definitely watching.
Let
Oh,
me shout out the
absolutely.
team while we on here. You know,
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Montez on the PR and everything. I shout out Montez Miller. Shout out Al Nolan and AB Walker, the management team, the Lester Troutman booking agency, and that's the team. You know what I mean? And us, Joe, Mark, and Dave, my team.
and to
I'm happy.
add, and Montez is more than just the PR. She's the PR. She's the
I,
camera woman.
yeah,
She's the
I think I said that.
videographer.
Producer.
She the
Yeah,
videographer.
for
She,
those
I
who
mean,
don't, if
she's
you don't know,
amazing.
Montez is an icon in the business herself, former
Man,
BET
I
Montez.
mean,
producer,
listen,
all of
let's.
the, yeah.
Montez was the first one to greet all of us when we used to go to BET back in the day.
I love
Period.
it.
Watch
That's we know
this.
her from BET, so several times.
And because of Montez, Men at Large is the only group to ever do a jingle for BET.
Oh, okay.
I just posted it on my Instagram today for Throwback Thursday.
Oh, I
Oh
I
gotta
my
was
see.
like, it's
Lord.
got me and Jason and Montez and Leonard in there.
I love it. I
Dope.
love it. Little history. So where can they, starting with you, Dave, where can they follow you so they can see that clip?
Girl, call me, girl. No, you can hit me up on my Instagram, Twitter, the X threads, all that fake news. You can hit me at Dave Minute Large, at Dave Minute Large, or just Dave Tolliver on Facebook. Dave Minute Large or Dave Tolliver on Facebook. Fake news.
I love it. I love it. How about you, Joe?
You can follow me at Joe Little Rude Boys Official on Instagram, and you could also follow my group, the Real Rude Boys, on Instagram. And that's I really just like messing with the gram. But you could also get my website, www.joeybeans with the Z
Tell me
dot
about your
com.
book.
Oh, and I have a children's book. It's right here. Famous plug.
I love it.
Lift it up. Lift it
Wait,
up.
let me,
Called,
yeah, let me, okay.
called
I
Joey.
love
It's called Joey Wants to Sing. It's a story about my life growing up as a child, aspiring to sing, and just my journey. Um, I wrote the book along with Felicia McDonald, who did the graphics, did the artwork and the art direction, and Joey Wants to Sing.com. Simply
I
Joey
love
Sing.com. It's an amazing book. It will inspire your child. It was inspirational to adults also. It's just a book to teach children never to give up on your dreams and that anything is possible.
I'm gonna write a kid's book. My book gonna be called Dave Wants to Eat.
Because when he was little, he wanted to eat.
Because you men at medium, like I said, you ain't men at large no more. You men at medium now.
Eminem.
You're not large like that. He men at medium now, but you large as far as your persona and you know the legacy you bring to the game.
I'm doing that.
So Mark, where can they find you?
Instagram, Mark J. Gordon, and Mark Gordon on Facebook and whatnot. You can hit me at what else? The Levert Experience. The Levert Experience. And yeah, just Google. Just use Google if you need something else. It's out there.
It's easy these days, right? It's easy for them these days. So
much easier.
Right. That's why I told my son, you got a little computer in your hand, boy. Look it up. We used to have to use encyclopedias. I don't even know what that is.
Right.
I don't know what it's like to go to the library. But y'all need to go to the library and get Joe's book, though. Okay.
Right.
Pick that up. So fellas, again,
Dave wants to eat.
And this is not goodbye. This is not goodbye. This is see you later, fellas. Please keep in touch with me. I'm sure Montez will let me know. Would love to have you back. Is there any possibility you all release a new music? The trio
working on it. Is in the works.
Yeah.
Okay.
2025
coming.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'll see y'all in 2025 when that drops because I would love to hear that.
And we're gonna get Jay-Z on it. We're gonna get.
Let's claim it. Let's go. Love it. I will love. I'm here for it. Please keep me posted. So we're gonna end with this clip from when you all were in Chicago. Montez said this is the first time you all are seeing this. So hopefully y'all like it. So gonna play that right quick.
Are humbled, honored, blessed, grateful, and I know this is one of the happier times for me in my life over the last, I'll just keep it a buck, over the last 10, 15 years.
Put your hands together for the Levert Experience. People don't let money, don't let money change you. Almighty dollar. Remember playing on the swings, doing silly things that lovers do. Ooh, yeah. Here we go. Look. Baby, I enjoy the dinner, the movie, the time we spent together. Now I wanna get serious, yeah. I wanna sit down, man. The coffee was hot. What else? And the eggs that I got was so right. Keep loving me. Said I feel some love coming on. Feel it coming on. Way down deep in my soul. And I wanna shout it out from the mountain top. Said I gotta let you know that I'm never gonna let you go. La da 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 dee dee, forever. Look, keep loving me. Way down deep in my heart. So easy. Way down deep in my soul.
Okay.
The most dangerous group out in R&B right now.
Absolutely.
The most dangerous R&B group out right now.
Y'all looking at sounded good. You said what, Joe?
Thank you.
I love that real vocal. So, fellas, again,
keep loving me.
Okay, come on.
That's it.
Blow up just a little bit. That's all right. They got you. So this Saturday, you all are in North Carolina, right?
Yeah. Shelby, North
Shelby, North
Carolina.
Carolina.
It's the first time it's going to be an annual festival. It's called the Peachy King Soul Fest. For like tomorrow is hip hop. You got the East Side Boys,
Chub Rock,
a bunch of other people. Then Saturday you have us, Cut Close, and Big Bub. Sunday they got King George. They got Pokey Bear. They got Southern Soul on Sunday. I know that's going to
EU.
be EU.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. Oh,
Go ahead
it's
and
your
shot.
time.
Not
Do what you want
not
to do.
you. Woo, y'all got all
They
the
gonna close
pioneers.
it
I love
down.
it. Making me, I wish I lived there, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna catch up with y'all when y'all
Get on
at some
Spirit.
point. Yeah, for sure.
Get
And
on
I'll be taking a
Spirit.
shot in honor of salute to Gerald. So thank you again, fellas. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll definitely I'm glad that Levert Experience is here. Thank you again. Y'all make sure y'all grab those tickets when the Levert Experience comes to your town. You will not be disappointed. It's real music. This is what real music sounds like. So as Montez said, it is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Music from
Love
the
you,
heart.
Taz.
Absolutely. So thank you, fellas. Y'all have a good night. And thank you all for watching Rocki's
Thank you.
Reality. See you all
Thank
soon.
you.
All right, thank you.
Hey y'all,
Bye-bye.
let's go live on IG real quick.
Come on.
So y'all, we about to go live.